You will ruin your life if you move like Jynxzi when it comes to dating women. After we watch his meltdown on stream, I'm gonna break down why promiscuous women seduce successful men. I'm also gonna give you guys some tips on how to avoid falling in love with these kind of girls. And then finally, I'm gonna show you guys how to make these girls fall in love with you.
Tell you guys that we did break up, like, for real this time. And I don't know if I'm gonna like stream that long tonight, and I don't know if I'm gonna.
Real quick, it is June. It is Men's Mental Health Month. Don't let this other shit distract you for guys from taking care of your minds. Like, I realize most of you guys aren't as delusional as me, and most of you guys can't just pray and get over it. Go talk to somebody, bro. Go talk to your bros. Go see a therapist. Go do some shit that's gonna make your mind better this month.
Be streaming tomorrow. Maybe, I don't know, but probably not. But we basically like just broke up, and it just didn't work out, and I think you guys deserve to know that we did break up, just so like, I mean, you guys deserve to know that at least. I'm not gonna like.
If it was coming from somebody like me and I said that, I would believe it. Promiscuous girls are so keen on the man's emotion. Have you ever dated a promiscuous girl? A promiscuous girl, I'm not just talking about a girl who just sleeps around with guys for fun, goes out drinking and fucks a guy. No, those aren't promiscuous women. Promiscuous women are OnlyFans girls, cam girls, porn stars. These girls are so equipped on men's emotions that they can make a man fall in love by just simply talking to him.
Get into every single thing that happened as to why we broke up, but nothing she did was wrong. She didn't do anything wrong. The reason why we broke up was 100% my fault. I never obviously cheated or anything like that. Like my job.
Yeah.
The relationship.
You should. No. Don't let him make you fall into the trap of thinking that a girl's above your purpose, a girl's above God. Nah. You guys have to realize that in order for you to keep her around and maintain her, you have to be in love with your purpose and your goals to the point where you cannot become someone different than when she met you. When she met Jynxzi, she knew who he was. He's a famous streamer. He's making a shit ton of money. He's going band for band on stream. She used that excuse on him just so that way she'd have to take accountability for her actions. And one thing you'll see when you start dating these kind of women is that they're master manipulators. I'm not saying that's her necessarily, but from my experience, 90% of the girls you date that are promiscuous are manipulators, big time ones.
She just didn't feel that I prioritized her as much as she prioritized me, and I genuinely did think that this was, I did think it was gonna work out, but it just didn't, and I have really nobody to blame but myself. And the last thing I want you guys to do is like go harass her or anything, because was genuinely good to me the whole time I was with her, and I didn't even really know that I could be cared about as much as she made me feel, and I didn't even know that I could be loved as much as she loved me.
Yes,
bro. Yes.
That's the biggest thing about dating these kind of girls. Most guys on the internet who don't get bitches, who are incel, who sit online all day and just yap, they say, oh, Jynxzi's a simp, Jynxzi's a goofy, this dude Nick from Nelk's a goofy. If you haven't lived real life, which most men have not, you're not gonna understand what he's going through. But from someone who has, I understand that with these kind of girls here, they know how to make a man feel at peace. That's something that most women can't do, but they have mastered it. For a guy like that, or a guy like the dude from Nelk, who makes maybe like at least over 6 figures easily, right? They're willing to let the fact that these girls are fucking other guys on camera, playing with themselves on camera, they're willing to accept that because of how much they value the fact that these girls make them feel at peace and make them feel at home. If you ever been with a girl like this, bro, when you date her, she knows how to seduce you into being like comfortable. I don't know how to put it, bro. Like when you're around them, they play it so well. It feels so real, bro. It feels like when you're with them, they make you feel like you're the only man that's ever existed. And it's crazy to say that because I remember when I read The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. Cleopatra had the same sort of charm where she would make these guys like absolutely just in love with her because she would make them feel like the number one. Same thing with Marilyn Monroe. These girls are so knowledgeable in a man's emotions, they would make a man feel like he was the only thing that ever existed. And it's such a seducing thing for us men because life is so hard as a man. You have to deal with consistent struggles on a daily basis. Not only do you have to battle against time, you're battling against friends, family, time, your fucking hairline. You're battling against everything as a man. And so when you meet a girl like this who can make you feel like timeless and make you feel like you're special and make you feel like your efforts are not going for waste, your heart almost evaporates into wanting to be with them.
Besides like from my family members, so I definitely wanted it.
That's the thing.
To work out, but she just felt that I cared more about my job, and I definitely was the reason why it didn't work out. 100%.
No, it's not. For a guy like him, he's 22 years old. I'm only 25, but I'm still unk regardless. But for me being my age, I went through a lot of wars. So coming from someone who's like a soldier in the game, I can tell you one thing. If you're a rookie in the game, you're a young cat, you're 19, 20, 21, 22, and you don't got no real life experience, these girls can finesse you so fucking hard. And that's what happened to him. She's gonna tell you these things and make it seem like it's your fault because at the end of the day, it allows her to move on quicker without you painting her as a bad person. Like these girls have so many different tools to their disposal. They'll gaslight you, they'll finesse you, they'll tell you one thing and do another. You have to realize that when it comes to just women and just people in general, honestly, same thing with women who date men, you cannot take too much weight onto what people say in the moment. Have you guys, which 99% of people have, experienced the time where you'll make plans with somebody or make plans with a friend for like the next day afterwards and they just flake anyway? They might have felt like yes in the moment, but after the moment ends, it doesn't really matter. And that's kind of how like just you gotta look at these things and look at the things these girls say and people say in general.
And I'm not like mad at her at all. I understand why she felt that way. And I really was happy, and I think she made me happier than I have felt in a while. But I'll eventually probably get over it. But this isn't like, you know, we've broke up a couple times, but this is definitely like the last time. I can just kind of I can just tell you guys that this is the last time. And it's the first time I went on stream to talk about it because... Yeah, bro. It's like... that's where it becomes, like, challenging because girls like that, they require a certain level of man in their life. Toxic people like that need someone just as equally as toxic. And for a dude like that who seems like he's good-hearted, he may be a little bit goofy, he may be a little bit more, you know, outgoing. He hasn't really reached the level of toxicity that is needed to keep her around. A girl like that needs a roller coaster. She needs to feel as if you are everywhere. She needs to feel that rush. Jynxzi reminds me of the kind of guy who consistently shows his love for her without any break. And then when he is working and she's out there dating other guys, she uses that as the excuse to break up with them. And I feel like you want to find girls who are generally interested in you. Fuck the money, bro. Like, okay. And it's the first time I went on stream to talk about it because I feel like that's what you guys deserve to know. But I don't know, maybe streaming is like at my point in life, like I just think streaming is like obviously really important to me, but she was also really important to me. I just was never ever good at like making her feel that and crush that away. Yeah, I'm very, crush that at all. That's why. Just couldn't work out because I wanted to work out it.
Right. A lot of you younger guys are gonna be wondering, like, why is he so caught up on this one girl who's OnlyFans, who's not good, who's yada yada yada. The key thing you gotta know about promiscuous women compared to like an average woman who's not as promiscuous, the promiscuous woman, not only does she make you feel at home, but she's not boring. She's not generic. She's pretty much very, very one of one without sounding too, like, without sounding like I'm a fucking goofy. Like, these kind of girls, bro, they aren't the normal girl. They're not the typical Starbucks, just basic generic personality. They're very, like, unique. You're not gonna find too many girls who have the personality of them because they have so much life experience that it has built their character in a weird way. Their character is so etched in stone from their experiences, from the people they have slept with, to the things they had to go through. They have a character that makes them stand out, similar to a man who's went through a lot of shit. And with us living in such a boring world where it feels like every day is the same, there's not too many highs and lows nowadays, especially with the way that, our dopamine centers are. These girls come into our lives and they can instantly change them because they are so different. They want to do different things. They're going to show you different new experiences. And let's just keep it a buck. These kind of girls, their physical game, you know what I'm talking about, it's 101, bro. If you've ever been in an intimate relationship with a girl like this, whereas physical, they don't even compare to the normal girl. The average girl can't even, it's not even on the same level as these kind of girls. These girls are experts at doing it. They're literally experts at doing it. I'm telling you from my experience, that shit make you go, yeah! Yeah! That's really what it's like, bruh. So that is really what you guys gotta realize about why he's so obsessed with her. These girls are like aliens when it comes to dating.
Idea. She is manipulating you, bro. Dude, I promise you, she's not manipulating me. Guys, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you like the entire details of my relationship because at the end of the day, it's...
All right, so pretty much he goes on to just justify why he's moving the way he's moving. The basis of it all is that she has insinuated that he was a problem. No man is above the seduction of a promiscuous woman. Unless you dealt with these girls before or you have some sort of keen knowledge on them, you are as susceptible to their tricks of manipulation because it feels so real, bro. Lastly, before I let this video go, I want to show you guys how you can make a girl like that fall in love with a guy like you. It all comes down to experience and understanding what it is. The biggest thing that guys mess up on when they're trying to date a girl like this is that they think that it's something that it's not. Like when I date a girl who's promiscuous, and a lot of times it's not gonna be like blatantly in my face. Make sure you guys subscribe because I'm about to drop a how to vet a girl properly in 2024 guide that you don't want to miss. If you don't know how to vet a girl, and it's not blatantly in your face, for most guys, they can't think outside the moment. They're not self-aware enough to know that like this is not what you think it is. So most of the time when they run across a girl like that, they easily get tangled in the web that they have made for them. The second biggest thing is that guys don't have the experience in themselves to properly deal with a girl like that. A girl like that has to be maintained differently than a girl who's only dated 2 guys in her life. 2 different kind of scenarios you need to learn how to master. I can master it because I've been through the shit. For a girl like that who's toxic and who's consistently trying to manipulate you, the biggest thing and the number one thing to make her fall in love with you is by adopting the mentality of a toxic man. Me, when I'm being toxic, it's me being indifferent. It's me being the bad boy, quote unquote. And when I say bad boy, I'm not saying like some cheesy ass shit. I'm saying like, I do what the fuck I want. That's what I mean when I say be the bad boy. In order to make her fall in love with you, you have to be toxic as well. And toxic isn't, like I said, toxic doesn't have to be like Diddy, who's beating the fuck out of people and doing shit like that. Toxic has to be, you put yourself above her. If you can do that, you will consistently find yourself in a better scenario. The only thing I'll caution you guys is that you have to really be about it though. You can't be the kind of guy who fakes it, and then when she makes you a meal, she has sex with you, you instantly fumble back into simp mode. If you guys can get into that mentality, you guys won't have to suffer like he's suffering right now. It's not an overnight process. You're gonna probably end up getting your heart broken if you get into it too early, but realize that a girl like this is either gonna make or break you. And I'm not trying to judge her on her past, because a lot of these girls who do this kind of shit have a lot of fucked up past. And I'm not saying necessarily don't date these girls, because that's just not realistic in today's day and era. But if you're gonna date a girl like this, who's promiscuous, who's really out here, you have to be a certain caliber man that most men aren't, because most men don't have the experience to deal with them. Besides that, I hope I gave you guys some valuable information in this video. Don't be like Jynxzi, bro. Don't do this shit. And with all else, I'm really here. I've been doing this shit for a while. Just roll with me, because I make videos like this all the time about dating, men's journeys, men's plights. Just subscribe and we'll tap in later. I'll holler at you guys later. Peace.